What's going on, Muscle Monsters? Alain Gonzalez here, and today I want to show you a pretty awesome technique that you can use in order to increase your bench press. And you could also use this same technique to increase your other big lifts. And it's something that I was using for a while when I first started focusing on building strength, and it worked great. And I just kind of want to share it with you, and I probably have in the past. However, in this video, I'll actually demonstrate how it works and how it looks. All right, so this technique is called wave loading, and the reason it works is because of something called post-activation potentiation, which basically means that your central nervous system gets sparked, primed, and then ready to lift a heavier load. All right, so some of this might not make sense until I actually demonstrate, but for most people, when you perform your second wave, you will be stronger than you were on your first wave. All right? So, with these waves, they each consist of 3 sets. All right? And the rep scheme can vary. It's totally up to you. You can do an 8-6-4, 7-5-3, or a 5-3-1. For this demonstration, I'm going to do a 5-3-1. All right? So here's how it works. You start off with your first set, all right? A load that I can handle for 5 reps with maybe 1 or 2 left in the tank. All right, so I'll knock out my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? That is the first set of the first wave. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to add some weight. Now, the amount of weight that you add is up to you. Some people might add 20. Some people might add 10 or even as little as 5. And as long as you're progressing, that's totally fine. So let's say I've rested, I'm primed, I'm ready for my next set. All right, it's a little heavier. This time I go for my 3. 1, 2, 3, okay? That's the second set of the first wave. And then again, I'm going to increase the weight slightly. And the amount of weight you increase by is completely up to you and how you feel. All right, so say I've rested, I'm recovered, I'm ready for my next set, and I'm going for my 1. All right? Boom, done. That's the first wave. Now what happens is, again, that post-activation potentiation where you are primed, ready to lift heavy. So what you're gonna notice for most people is that you'll be stronger during the next wave. So this is wave number 2. On wave number 2, I'm going to start off with the weight that I hit for 3 reps in the last wave, all right? But this time I'm going to hit it for my 5, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I add weight again, and now I'm already at the weight I was on the last set of my first wave, if that makes sense. Okay, so in the last wave, I hit this weight for 1, now I'm hitting it for 3. Or at least that's the aim, right? So I'm rested, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3. And then now I'll add a little more weight for this next set. All right? And with this set, I'm actually going to end up heavier than I did in the first wave. Okay? So this is the last set of the second wave. And this is all you're gonna need in terms of the wave loading, 2 waves. Okay? So, boom. Hit my 1. Now, the next time you step foot in the gym to perform this exercise, instead of starting with the numbers that you used on wave number 1, you'll start with the numbers that you used in wave number 2, and then use the same principles. So you can see how you are going to slowly but surely get stronger using wave loading. So in the beginning, you might be able to add 20 pounds per set. After a while, you might have to scale it down and add maybe 5 pounds per set. But either way, you are continuing to progress.